Hello everyone. In this session we're going to see how to enroll an employee on the BrightPay. Now there are a few steps you can see how to enroll the new employee on the payroll. So first we can do one by one. So for example, if I have only one employee, I can choose from the employee, and from here I can say add new employee. So as soon as you click that, you will see all the option will be open here, and you have to write their personal detail, for example the name and the date of birth, address, and the country, then employment story, starter and leaver, when they're going to start or they already started, which date it is, payment, how much you're going to pay monthly or per hourly. So you're going to see everything from here. That is like one of the steps. So let's say for the personal, you need to make sure a few information is very important. The first one is the name and the date of birth and the address. Without this, the payroll will not be set up. The next one is employment. Of course, you have to say how you set up like the employment story for this employee. So if they work Monday to Friday, you can choose Monday to Friday. If the employee work weekend, you can choose weekend. The minimum wage profile will give you the indication. For example, if any employee age more than 24 and if you pay less than the minimum wages, it will give you the flag and it will tell you like, okay, this is the report shows this employee should get more than that. So that is a good option you have on the BrightPay. The next one we have for the starter and the leaver. Here you're going to say like when they started employment. As soon as you write the date here, and you will see that will give you three more options, like is it the employee first job, it is the second job, or employee already left the job after April. So for example, if I said the employee started job 1st of February 2022, so 2022 they started the job. So you can see here the new three option will come up. So that will tell you A, B, C. A is if this is the first job since April, then this is the employee only employment. B and C if employee have another job or pension. So it depends like what is the employee's story, you can select that. So employee will fulfill the form, and that is called P46, or sometimes you call it starter checklist. So the new employee have to fill the form, and you need to copy this information to complete the payroll. On the payment, you have to tell the payroll software, are you going to pay them monthly, you're going to pay them weekly or per hourly. So whatever you say, it will come here. Then you see some more information about the tax code. Now the tax code is all about like what is the employee's tax code. If the employee have a first job, if the employee don't have any other job, the tax code will be 1257. But if the employee already have any other job, so the tax code will be changed. So even if you don't know the employee is working somewhere, and if the employee didn't mention that, but after submitting the first information to HMRC, you will receive the code from HMRC, and HMRC will tell you like this employee's code need to be changed. So it's not a big deal. And we have the national insurance table. This is all about like the age, how old the employee is. For example, if the employee is under 21, we normally choose M, the national insurance table. But if the employee is more than 21, then you choose A. But there are some other options as well. For example, if the employee is blind, if they have a different situation, then over the state pension age, then you can choose something else. But normally, if someone is over 21, is A. If it is under 21, then M. That's all. On the HR section, you can see the nationality, the passport number, marital status, and the job title, what they do. The password is very important. So when you send the payslip, if you put the password here, the employee will not be able to open the payslip unless you enter this password. So this is kind of the privacy. You can say like only the authorized person can see the payslip. So that's how we can add the employee on the payroll, and once you save, the employee will appear on this list. For example, you can see one employee have here, Sajid Islam, but if you add a new employee, the name will be just under here. This is one way you can do that. The next way I'm going to show how to import. For example, let's say if you have more than one employee, let's say you have a 10 employee and you want to enroll all of them at the same time. So all you have to do, you have to click on the file, click on export to CSV file. So first you need to export that. And the reason you have to export it because it will give you the headline, and it will show you like what type of information you need. So you can save it anywhere you like. So I'll save in the download. So, and you can say yes, we already have one. So we're going to see what it is. So now once you open it, you can see that will give you the Excel file or CSV file, and in this CSV file what will happen, you will see all the information you need about employee and what information you need to fill up on these Excel boxes before you actually import them. So first I need to export the template so that I know what I need from this employee, and after that I can do the export. So this is the thing. For example, we have here all this information we need. So whatever we was for completing one by one, here we can see with the headline. So name, surname, work number. Work number is the payroll number, so employee number, national insurance, title, gender, date of birth, address, postcode. This is all information you need. This is the main information. Without this you cannot basically enroll any employee on the payroll. The next one we have, like for example, now this employee already have in the payroll, that's this me. So I'll try to add one more employee. Let's say I said here Lincoln. Just change the surname to Lincoln to show like can I import this employee back on the payroll. So let's have a look. I click save and close, and I'll go back to the BrightPay. Now what I'll do, I'm going to try to import the employee I just fulfill the information. So if we have a 5, 6, 7, 8 employee, you can fulfill all the Excel CSV file and you can import after. So you do import and import or update the employee. So import or update the employee and click here, exclamated employee, open. Now if you open, you'll see this table will come. Now remember that if you try to import, it's not gonna work sometimes, because if this field doesn't match, sometimes this field could be ignored, it's written ignored. It's not gonna work until you do that. For example, if I said click import, it's not gonna work. It will give me the warning, the name field cannot be ignored. So you need to make sure every single field is open, and there is option here, match the row. If you do that, it will be matched automatically. So it's automatically match. 22 out of 22 column is matched. So that means all the information we have in the export file or import file is match everything. So there is no error, there is nothing to ignore. So we're happy. We said okay, that's fine. And after that, all you have to do, you have to click the import. And if you click the import, you will see this import is successful. So that means this employee will be now on the list. So one we have Sajid Islam, one we have Sajid Lincoln. Most of the information I leave same because obviously like I didn't fulfill the new information. So you can see the date of birth and all of this thing is same because I didn't choose anything. So that's how we can import the employee. If we have more, let's say 10 or 20 employees at the same time, so you can fulfill all this information and you can import it. And from the file you can also import the employee. If you click the new employee from the file, so you have employer and open the employer. If you have more than one employer, for example, let's say if you are accountant or if you are in the organization and you have 2, 3, 4 companies, let's say X Limited, Y Limited, Z Limited. So from here you can choose how many employers you have. So if you click open the employer, it will show you the list how many companies you have. So right now we have only one business, X Limited, so we can see only one. Now once you have the employee on the employee list, the first thing you have to do, you have to click on the payroll, because the payroll will give you the indication like how you make the payment and everything. So you can see here we have a 2 employee, you have a Sajid, we have a Sajid Lincoln, and as soon as you click on any of the employee, it will show some notification types for the pension. They said Sajid Islam is an entitled worker, so you must provide him with information about the right to join the pension. So basically if someone is over 21 years old and if someone is earned more than £192 a week, they are entitled worker. So you need to tell them like yes, you can join on the pension if you want. So you can if you don't know what option the employee have, you can click view the option. So you can say like okay, you can join, you can send the letter to him, and you can postpone, so you can make him exempt. So this is the option you have. Now Any of this you choose, you can click here. So if you like to click a letter, one letter will be gone to this employee. You can send the letter by email, there is no problem for that. If you want them to join in the pension, you can click the join. Now if you click the join, it will ask you which pension scheme you have. So the payroll already have to be set up by the pension scheme. For example, the Nest or Aviva or Smart Pension, any pension scheme the employer have, you need to add the pension scheme through this pension columns. If you click on the pension, it will show you like what sort of pension scheme you like to add here. So no pension scheme, you can add a pension scheme from the list. You see, like we have a Nest, we have a Smart Pension, Aviva, so you can choose any of the pension scheme that employer is registered with. And you will come back to the employee again, and here you can see on the payroll, so you need to see how much they are earning, what it is, so you can show everything here. So here we have a monthly pay, we have a statutory pay. Statutory pay comes like SNP, SSP, any sort of payment the government make for the employees, so it will come here. And other than any type of a income, basic or overtime you include here, it will show on the right corner. So this period represent for only for this month or this week, and the year to date represent the cumulative figure. So up to now, how much this employee earned from this payroll. So this is quite simple. There is nothing wrong, nothing difficult here, and we're going to see everything about the payment on the next session. For this session, we just know how to enroll the employee. So now we know we can add the employee, clicking the employee section and add employee, new employee. So we can do one by one, or we can upload the employee through the CSV file if we have more than one employee. So this section is only covered for our employee enrollment. On the next section, we're going to see about the payment on other thing. So hopefully these videos help you to understand more now how to enroll the employees.